Okay, welcome to Opera News Chat. I'm Chidi Chinwetalu.
Oh, nice to meet you, Chidi.
Okay, now I want to know what was in your head when they said, Ozor, you are going straight into the Big Brother Niger house. I just want to know that, the feeling you had at that moment.
The first feeling is you're really excited, and the excitement really is like when you're about to walk on the stage because, and myself, I walked out as number one. So in your head, you're really, really excited, You understand that walking out on that stage gives you, your life will change, but more so than anything, you know that you have to be, you're going to have an opportunity to become like someone positive as well in society. It gives you an opportunity to have a voice, basically, And so you take all those emotions in, and those are the emotions that were like really going through my whole body, like walking on stage. It's a really, really exciting feeling, that's for sure.
So when you got into the house, did you have a strategy? Was there a strategy you intended to implement?
Oh no, zero. Listen, my family background will let you know that I'm from a family background where education is like everything. So me talking to my family and letting them know that, okay, I want to be on the show. My family will always support each and every one of us in anything we want to do. And coming onto the show, they all told me, listen, go there, have an open mind. And that's what I took myself going on stage that day and going into the show. Because the one thing I always keep saying is, and I've said it like countless times throughout all the interviews, could you imagine if you had a strategy, you go there, you get eliminated like week 1 or week 2. Then you start asking yourself, what if I was myself, or what if I had a better strategy? But if you don't have a strategy and you do what the show is, it's a reality TV show, If you go there and you live your own reality, you get eliminated week 1 or week 2, you're going to look back and be like, man, I had a great run because I was myself. You have no had-I-known moments or maybe moments, And for me, that's just what it was. My story was I was going to have to be there for 9 weeks. That's what I feel like my story had to be. That's how my life story had to be. Bless you. That's what my story had to be. So me being there for 9 weeks and living my own reality, you come out from the house and you have no single hard feelings at all.
Thank you very much. You're quite the orator. I think that's what won you a lot of fans. Now, coming out of the house, what has been the wildest thing you've seen coming out of the house?
Like the wildest thing, like the best thing I've seen?
Like the fans, you're huge right now. You're a household name right now. What's the wildest thing that you've seen since coming out of the house?
The wildest thing is seeing people take time out of their day to want to meet you. And at that point, you understand, because even as a human being, you know that you wake up every day, you have plans. You're like, I want to do A, B, C, D, Z. And for someone to take time out of what they're doing in a day to come and want to meet you, for me, that's a very that's something that I'll never be able to thank them for, because you know that people, they all have their different schedules. They have needs and things that they want to attend to, and that's why I feel it's always good to be appreciative and understand that if someone is willing to sacrifice time for you, it's important for you to also make time and try and meet them or attend to or listen to people as well. So for me, that's the greatest thing I've seen since I got out of the house.
Have you seen crazy impressions about you, like people are misunderstanding you and not really representing who you truly are?
Yeah, like, in life, there's just one thing you have to do. And being in a position like this, you're always going to have the negative side and the positive side. And even in the house, I had lots of speeches with everyone in the house where I told them, listen, we're all going to have negativity and positivity. Now, if you take the negative side, it's just going to weigh you down. You take the positive side, it's going to propel you and push you forward to achieve what you want to achieve in life. So for me, my whole life has always been focusing on positivity, And as long as I'm doing that, I don't have anything else to worry about, for sure.
You're a very huge fan of football.
Yeah.
What club?
I'm a huge Arsenal fan. Like, internationally, yeah, a huge Arsenal fan.
Arsenal,
yeah,
really?
Yeah. From day one.
A huge Arsenal fan just entails patience, like the patient.
No,
you're patient with whatever happens.
Arsenal, they give you, I don't know, They can give you lots of heart attacks. But no, but at the end of the day, like you grew up support. I started watching Arsenal like in 1998, 1999, and being able to support the clubs like from the time I was a child, you wouldn't want to change or support any other club. I mean, I still support clubs like Real Madrid. I'm a huge Madrid fan as well, but for me, Arsenal will always be my number one football club I support.
Where do you intend to go with your passion for sports?
I said I've never seen an African become FIFA president before, and that's what I want to. That's I know I would be FIFA president someday, and that's why I really wanted to get myself. That's my goal in life is to become FIFA president, and going towards that way is to. But you have to say charity begins at home. Is to understand the deficiencies, because right now the discrepancy between where sports development is in Africa compared to the Western world is huge. The discrepancy is, I mean, it's massive as well. So it's for me to use all these ideas and some of the experience I gained when I was working with UEFA as well, to take some of these things and try and implement them in our industry and improve this industry, because what this thing will do is it's going to create jobs for a whole lot of people, not just for the on-field side, but also for the off-field side, because sports in general, you have the on-field and the off-field side, the administrative side. So if we have a great foundation, which I feel is education, and we have people who understand the game, the basics and the tools needed to push the industry and push the game further, then that way we're going to be able to understand how we need to improve the other side, which is talent identification and development, not just for football alone, but also for track and field. Because could you imagine if we start timing kids in primary school and start timing kids in secondary school? You know, people learn how to run faster. Like, it's a thing. Like, let's say you could time, your first time you run could be like, let's say you could run like a 10.11, but then they teach you how to get out of the blocks quicker. You run like a 9.86 or 9.7 something. So, and you're taught how to keep your feet when you're running. These are all things. These are all skills. So could you imagine basics? So could you imagine if you start teaching it to kids? We go to the primary schools and the secondary schools and we see kids that are fast, and we start teaching them how to improve how quick they run and everything. Naturally, it's inbuilt in us, you know? We're naturally gifted people with pace, power, all those things. If we're able to exploit all these things, we're looking at the track and field side, but you also be able to create, I can't give all that information now, but you're able to create situations where you could always get these people back, you know?
My worry in all of this is the politics involved in the administration of sports. So how do you intend to sidetrack that or work that out?
It's the structure. It's about everyone, the stakeholders coming together and saying it's not just we. It's easy saying I want to do something, but then are we going to be dedicated to get it through? And I said even during my the Best Way Make a Difference campaign, Lekon and I were in the same group we did together. We saw that the 2009 sports, like something like a development document that was made, 61% of the stakeholders had no idea that document exists. So how do you want to revamp an industry where the stakeholders and administrators have no idea about what's going on? So you need to be able to be dedicated and say, okay, it will take time. I gave an example yesterday in some of my interviews where I used the Iceland national team. When the government and the federations, when they started building indoor football stadiums and tracks and all those things, the people that were in the team that went to the Euros and the World Cup were around the ages of 12 and 13. By the time they got to the Euros and to the World Cup, those guys were like in their mid-20s, almost getting close to their late 20s. Things like this could take time. Sometimes it's just like in any business. You start a business, but some businesses break even. You know, like when you get to like your break-even point. Yeah. Some businesses break even faster than some other businesses. So, yes, ours may not take as long as theirs did, or ours may even take longer than theirs did. So it's all about dedication. Apply yourself to achieve what you want to achieve. It's easy for us to say, yes, I want to do something, but how dedicated? How much do you want it? You know, I used the line from my favorite movie, Chariots of Fire, where they said, So where does the power come from to see a race to the end? It comes from within. So you could be really tired, but you know that I want to get to that finish line quicker than everyone. So that power comes from within. That's what that statement means. And it's until we're able to sit down and agree and say, this is what we want to do, then that's when the change is going to start from.
Okay, beautiful one also. I hope these plans of yours are implemented in the sports.
I hope so too.
Industry.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to ask you a couple questions from your fans. They've already been sending their questions.
Okay.
What is it with you and Nengi? What would it be? What should we expect from you and Nengi?
Man, at this current point, she's in the house, and I'm really rooting for her to win, and I really hope she does. And right now, myself, I'm here on the outside, and anyone who watched both of us will know that right now I'm here. Even she herself want me to keep pushing and keep laying emphasis and keep putting up the foundation for things I want to achieve in life, the sports, entertainment, and fashion thing, because these are where things I really want to excel in. So at this point, she's in the house. Hopefully she wins. Really rooting for her, and myself, I'm here just trying to push the envelope on things I want to achieve. So time will tell. Time always shows us everything.
All right. Why were there cum stains in his black? Okay, I think that this refers to the time when Nengi was making fun of you.
No, see, that thing was just a laundry issue, because not just mine had it. Remember, I think if everyone also watched, you see that Prince has also had it too. A couple times, like you see them on the duvet. No, there are no cum stains. No funny thing happened. That's for sure.
That was just Nengi pulling your leg.
Yeah, no, obviously she knew. That was just pulling my leg to be time.
Okay. Another question says, what is it with bomb shots for you?
It's not bomb shots that. Okay, it's you wear things. I feel like fashion, because my where I want to take my life now moving forward is sports development, entertainment, and fashion. And you get that way. I feel like fashion is just not about looking nice. It's also about like being comfortable. So, like right now, I have Watoni's boot up gang shirt on, and then I'm wearing my flow fit like Ozo, really comfortable.
Okay, so you're just comfortable with shorts, that's all.
I've always been comfortable with shorts.
Okay, do you think you were clingy in the house? This is another question.
I don't know. So like it's again, people would say, or rather, are all entitled to their own opinion as well. But no, like I said, I was in the house and I was living my own reality. So that's just what it was. It was me being myself.
I want you to give us your top three for this Sunday.
Because for the love of God, what Lacon's numbers? If you add Dora, me, Tricky T, we were in trouble already. But who do I want to win? My top three would be Nengi, Dora, Lacon. Oh no, actually.
Nengi, Dora, Lacon.
Yeah, because I'll put Lacon based on the numbers that I've seen. But yeah, it's that's why I'll put him third. Because from the numbers we've been seeing since we got out, he literally has been blowing everyone out of the water, to be honest. And I always said, it's even in all the other interviews, that if he wins, then it means it's grace and it's just his time to win.
Okay, what would you like to say to your fans? Because they are buzzing me right now because you have to be in another interview.
Listen, I'd like to say to all the fans that you kept me there in the house for 9 weeks. Words, no speech would ever be enough to thank you all for what you've done for me. And I just hope that now moving forward, I'll be able to deliver on all the things and the dreams that I've always had in my mind to help become a positive person in the society. And I hope that all of you are going to stay with me, and I'm always going to be accessible. Because one thing I know is, from the way I've been in the house, I know that all of you have seen that part of me, and I want you to keep seeing that part of me, and I'll pray for you, and I hope you all keep praying for me as well.
Okay.
One more thing. I also like to say thank you to DSTV, Go TV, MultiChoice. You guys have changed my life. You guys have given me the greatest platform to ever be on. in the whole world, and I'm always going to be grateful for everything you've done. Thank you very much.